House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oregon's offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll give it to the back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just feeds the running back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if 1 guy's covering him or 2 guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first downs.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Going for it all. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UAB answered the bell away from Protective Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Blazers knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run the toss. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on! And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The give to the tailback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. And on 2nd down for this offense. Power football with the run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Rides the back on the option to give. Touchdown, Ducks! Excellent pass by the back on the option. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it inside the 30. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pick. On that one, they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Oh, better look out. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Lost to throw again. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They'll send out the kicker here. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Splits the uprights. Good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hauls it in. There he goes. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Looking downfield on 1st down. They're working that left side. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go back to the ground. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another 1st down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Harden. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Using his legs, it's Perez. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down.
Pace, 27, jump.
Looking to fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The short hands, it's Harden. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got it in the middle. It's Alley. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Second down, they'll go to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. The Ducks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. You need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Makes the catch. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Leaves it with the running back. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs for the tackle. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Now on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Right back to the well. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Snagged in the middle. It's out. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They give themselves a little more cushion
situation all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The heat. Pressure on.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Here's the pressure, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run play action. He's got it on the run, and he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers.
Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Gives it on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
To the ground with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Third down play from the gun. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The give and tick, 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 tick. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Third down after the run. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
That's caught. It's Stewart. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
He got it. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
Going downfield for the big play. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Without that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Can't get him to the ground. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch right at the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off play action on 1st down. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Making side adjustments here. Now the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of